NVIDIA just released something very interesting. They have packed three different sized AI reasoning models 30 billion, 23 billion, and 12 billion parameters all into a single checkpoint file. One download, three models, and you pick which size to run depending on your hardware or how fast you need results. The best way to think about this sort of model is Russian nesting dolls. You open the biggest one and find two more sitting inside. That is exactly what is happening here. Three models nested inside each other, sharing the same weights, living in one file. I will be unpacking the whole architecture in as simple words as possible. But before that, let's get it installed and we will also talk about its features and lot of other things. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. This model is again part of NVIDIA's Nemotron family, which we have been covering from day one, as you can see here. Let's get it installed on my Ubuntu server where I have one GPU card. I'll quickly show you, which is NVIDIA's A100 with 80 GB of VRAM. I will be going with the full precision model. If you don't have that much VRAM, don't worry, you can just simply go with a lower VRAM. Just go with their quantized version, which is also present in Hugging Face. But if you're looking to rent a GPU on very good price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. The tool which I am going to use in order to install and serve this model is VLLM. I already have VLLM engine installed on my system. If you don't know how to install it, or if you just want to get up to speed, just watch this first video after searching for VLLM tutorial on my channel. So as I said, I already have VLLM installed. The first step is to download the custom reasoning parser from NVIDIA's Hugging Face card, and that parser is downloaded. This is just a Python file which I have downloaded on my local system. And now let's download and serve this model. So look at this command. All it is doing, it is setting the context length, it is setting my GPU, which is 1, and then it is enabling our tool call and a reasoning parser which we have just downloaded. Now as it downloads, let's now talk more about the architecture and what exactly this model is. So I'm just going to take you to their paper where they have described it in a bit of a dense words, but let me specify it in very simple words. So as I said, the model is called as Nemotron Nano V3 Elastic, and it is a hybrid architecture mixing three different building blocks. Mamba layer for efficient sequence processing, attention layer for deep reasoning, and mixture of expert layer that only wake up a small slice of the network per token. So even though the full model is 30 billion parameters, only about 3.6 billion are actually doing work at any given moment. That is what keeps it fast and cheap to run. Now, let's try to understand this architecture in the context of this Russian dolls analogy. So each of these dolls, all three of them, is built the same way inside. They all have the same three ingredients: Mamba layer, which handle reading and processing text efficiently; attention layer, which do the key deep thinking and reasoning; and mixture of expert layer, which is basically the model only waking up the parts of its brain it actually needs for each word instead of firing everything at once. So the dolls are not just smaller copies, they are fully equipped, just at different sizes, and that is the whole magic which is happening here. Now, if you look at this diagram, this is also quite interesting, I would say. The green stars are the three elastic models: 12 billion, 23 billion, and 30 billion. All three of them beat Quen 3 30 billion, which is the blue cross, even though Quen 3 has roughly the same active parameters. The elastic 12 billion with only 2 billion active parameter is already competitive. More accuracy, less compute, that is the whole point. Going back to this architectural diagram again, just bit of a dense and more in-depth explanation if you like. At the top you have the frozen teacher model. That is the original Nemotron Nano V3. It does not change during training. Below it is the student model being trained, guided by a learnable router. That router receives a compute budget like 100%, 70%, or 50% and learns to mask out the less important weights at each budget level. On the right, you see the result. Three perfectly nested models ready for deployment. And that little scissor icon means zero shot slicing. You can cut out the 23 billion or 12 billion model directly from the checkpoint with a single script. No fine tuning, no extra training required whatsoever. So that is the whole magic happening here. Let's go back to our terminal. And meanwhile, our model is being served on our local system. As you can see, let me show you the VRAM. And before that, please follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates. And if you want to help out the channel, please become a member. Okay, so let's go back and let me show you the VRAM consumption. So it is consuming just touch over 75 gig of VRAM as it is fully loaded onto the GPU in full precision. After that, we are going to give this model a very serious coding challenge. I'm asking it in this prompt to build a real-time air traffic control simulator with two browser windows talking to each other via WebSocket. As you can see, there will be this tower dashboard, and second one would be the pilot's cockpit's view. Now, if this model can nail this, it proves that this is not just a chat model, it can actually think and architect complex software, because you can see there are a lot of requirements which I have put it in. There are some additional technical requirements and some important non-negotiables which it needs to do, and it is going to save everything with this script on my local system. It is just calling that local endpoint where our model is being served. Okay, so now let me run this from my terminal. And the model has generated the code. As you can see, let me quickly take you to my VS Code, and this is the main.py. I will just scroll through it. Looks pretty good. It has all the endpoints and it has written massive amount of code. As you can see, it's huge, just over 1200 lines. Okay, so now let me go back, and I already have this fast API in UVCon installed, so I'm just going to run that UVCon serving on my localhost. So far so good, application is running. Now let me go to my browser. I have opened two browser windows. In the first one we have this tower. Let me run this. The tower looks pretty good, you see. Oh my goodness, look at this. Can't believe this. Stunning. And on the right hand side, let me start up the cockpit. So this is a cockpit, as you can see. This is really good. Now here on the bottom right of the first browser window, I am going to give it this command which says QF401 descend FL 200. This is just a command in the control tower. FL 200 means flight level 200, which is 20,000 feet. Flight levels are just altitude in hundreds of feet with the last two zeros dropped. Now, full command, basically this command means that flight QF401 Qantas Sydney to Melbourne is being instructed by the aircraft controller to descend 2000 feet. So let me run this. Let's see what flight does here. Emergency alert. It also appears on the right hand side, and you can see that it is now descending to 20,000 feet. There you go. So you can see on the right hand side it is working, and that is quite good. I'm just waiting to see what it does. Let's wait for it. And but all the controls, all the dials are working. This one is just a bit lagging behind. Maybe I would just need to do a second shot to improve the speed. Also, let's see what happens if I just click on emergency button. So you see both are flashing. Bit of a red, can be improved, but pretty good. You see, again, these are flashing. And on the control tower, look at the other flights. Like I think this is a Singapore to Lahore. This is EK. I think this is Emirates and Dallas, and few other United, and few other airlines are there. British Airways is also there. So pretty good, I would say. I actually love this control tower and both of these. Let's look at it in the full blown. This is our control tower. Look at how it adjusted itself when I just moved it. Very nice. And this is all running in single HTML file, nothing fancy. And this is our cockpit view. This is a bit nascent. This could be improved, but again, this is really good stuff. Let's see the navigator. Let Check out, this is a British Airways flight, this is United's flight, and this is, I think, Singapore's flight. There you go. So it also changes a bit. This left hand side one is also okay. I mean, look how it moves. This is really good stuff. And there you have it. We built a full blown application. But honestly, what excites me more than the quality of the output is the idea itself. We now live in a world where you can describe a complex system in plain English, and this nested model can do it all. And you can strip away these models with a single command. And I will be also doing another video where I will be showing you how you can simply just slice one model out of this whole thing and then use it. That's it. Let me know what do you think. Please become a member of the channel and also follow me on X as it helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.